it's just coming up to 7 a.m. now, so I will start the session with a quick warm-up. So we're going to start with mobilizing our wrists. So you can either rotate your wrists out like this, or you can interlace your fingers and we can just churn the wrists like this. Whilst we're doing that, we're just going to rotate one of our ankles. We're going to do about 10 rotations on one foot. 8, 9, 10, and then we're going to change to the other foot, and if you've got your wrists, change direction, so go inwards rather than outwards, or if you're churning, push forwards with the other hand. And again, we're just going to do about 10 rotations on the other ankle as well. So I'm about there now. And then we'll just come back to center, and we'll begin by rolling the shoulders back and down, maybe 5 or 6 times backwards, 4, 5, 6, and then come back to center, rotate in the other direction, so 5 or 6 times forwards. When you've done 5 or 6 of those, we're just going to inhale to lift and reach with one hand up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach over to the opposite side. Inhale, back to center, switching over the arms. Exhale, reach over to the other side. And we're just going to switch from side to side 5 or 6 times on each side. Always inhaling back to center. Exhaling as you reach over to the opposite side. Feeling that stretch in the side body and finding that length as we lift and inhale back to center. I'm going to go for one more each side, and then come back to center, take the arms out wide, and we're just going to wrap the arms around the body, hitting the top of the shoulder and the lower back, roughly where your kidney is. Inhaling to center, exhaling to twist. We're going to do, again, 6 to 8 of these probably. So I'm going to go for one more this side and one more that side, and then come back to center. We're going to inhale as we lift our hands up, reaching up tall, creating as much length as possible throughout the spine, and then exhale as you swan dive down into your Uttanasana forward fold. We'll take ragdolls, so think about bending at the knees, drawing the chest over the thighs, crown of the head towards the floor, and then just take opposite hand to opposite elbow, and you can gently swing from side to side, or even bounce up and down. Whatever helps you get into your lower back, your glutes, your hamstrings, whatever works for you. And then when you've taken a few deep breaths here, we're just going to slowly take the hands down to the floor, walk the feet back and find our down facing dog position. So we're going to press up, pushing the sit bone, the tailbone towards the ceiling. Think about spreading your fingers, pulling the shoulder blades apart so you have a nice big space across your upper back between your shoulder blades and your neck is nice and loose. And then just begin to pedal out the feet, opening up the calves, the hamstrings, but also opening up the ankles, the hips, the feet as well. And then if you wanted to, you can pulse through the shoulders, work on that overhead mobility. And then we're just going to come down onto our hands and knees. So if you come onto hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and we're just going to take 5 cat-cows. So we're going to dip the stomach, look up towards the ceiling. As we inhale, exhale, as we round through the spine, pulling the shoulder blades apart, sucking the navel up and back towards the spine, and pressing the ground away. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. One more each way. Inhale to lift. Exhale to round. From here, we're just going to take ourselves back up into that down facing dog position. So press the hands into the ground, Send the tailbone towards the ceiling and just begin to pedal out the feet one more time. And then we're going to step through into lizard lunge, leading with the right foot. So take the right foot outside of the right hand, come into your lizard lunge. We're going to inhale to lift and twist, reaching the hand up towards the ceiling, and then exhale to tap the elbow to the ground. Option to put the back knee on the floor or keep it lifted wherever you need to be. We're just going to do 5 of these lift and taps. On this side, so that's 3, 4, 5. Replace the hand back where the elbow was, step back to down facing dog, and repeat on the other side. So we're going to take the left foot outside of the left hand, inhale to lift and tap, reach, exhale to tap, inhale to lift and reach. If your elbow doesn't touch the ground, don't worry, you can always just come back with your hand, or just go as far as you can. One more. And then replace the hand where the elbow was, step back to down facing dog, and we're going to come through into cobra. So we're going to inhale as we roll forwards, bring the hips as far as we can, and then drop them towards the floor and come into that cobra position. If cobra is too much for you, you can always reduce it to sphinx. Wherever you're at, just spend a moment there. You can rock from side to side, just easing into that front body, opening up the hips. Take a few deep breaths, and then we're going to exhale as we sit back to extended child's pose. Take a couple of deep breaths here, really think about expanding into the upper back. And then slowly come all the way back up to standing. So if you come to the front of your mats, standing into Tadasana, feet hip distance apart, lift the toes, spread them, press the feet firmly into the ground, really root yourself in. We're going to inhale as we lift up high, reaching up tall for extended Tadasana. Reach as high as you possibly can go. And then we're going to exhale as we swan dive all the way down into our Uttanasana forward fold. From here, we're just going to come into our flat back tabletop position 5 times. So we're going to inhale to lift as we slide the hands up the shins, squeezing the shoulder blades together, sending the hips back and straightening the legs. Exhale to fold. So we're going to do that 4 more times, so 5 times in total. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. One more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to fold. From here, we're just going to place our hands on the floor, step back with the right foot into our low lunge position. So we're reaching the heart forwards, eye gaze forwards, chest forwards, roll the shoulders back and down, and maybe just take a few bounces up and down in that hip area, opening up the hip flexor and into the groin as well. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and then we're going to swivel round as we come into ninja pose. So facing the long edge of your mat, you're going to swivel around, keeping that back leg out straight. Try and flatten the foot towards the floor, and then reach with your fingers towards your toes, nose towards toes, and really use this left elbow to push the left leg away from the body. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Then see if you can come all the way up using your leg strength. Come into star pose, hands on the hips, and then we're going to exhale as we come down into our wide leg forward fold. From here, think about pressing into the ground, push the ground away as you push the head closer towards the ground, fold the body deeper. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and then take the right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale as you lift and reach with the left up towards the ceiling into revolved triangle pose. Take a nice deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale, release that hand to the floor, and then inhale to revolve again. Take another nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale to lift and twist. Exhale, release. We're then going to walk the hands all the way back to our low lunge position and step back to down facing dog. Pedal out the feet if you want to. Take the opportunity to. And then from here, we're going to lift our right leg up high to the sky, bend at the knee, and we're just going to take 3 hip twists. So let the leg travel over towards the left, opening up the hip, and then inhale to bring it back to center. Exhale to let it travel back over to the other side. So see if you can just find that stretch in your hip 3 or so times. And then when you've done your third, bring the leg all the way through and under, coming into pigeon pose. Hips should be nice and level. You should have your sit bone to the floor. If you need a pillow to support it, you can, or you can just hover. And just take a moment there to find your nice upright pigeon position, opening out the hip flexor on the left leg and getting into the glute on the right. Take a nice deep breath in. And then we're going to twist the body over the right side. So you're looking over your right shoulder and looking behind you if you can. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and then work the body all the way around to the other side and see if you can look behind the other shoulder as well. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, come all the way back to center. Step back to your down facing dog. Pedal out the feet. Take the left hand to the right ankle, look out under the right armpit. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, and then right hand to left ankle, look out under the left armpit. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, pedal out the feet, and then slowly walk the feet all the way back in towards the hands, coming into your Uttanasana forward fold. Take a moment in ragdoll if you want to, and then inhale as we come all the way up, extended Tadasana, and we're going to repeat this on the other side. So I'm going to switch ends so I can see you. So we're going to inhale as we come all the way up to extended Tadasana, exhale as we hinge down into that Uttanasana forward fold. We're back to those flat backs, so hands on top of feet. Inhale to slide up the shins, send the hips back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, tabletop pose. Exhale, melt forwards. We've got 4 more of those to go, so inhale to lift, exhale to fold, inhale to lift, exhale to fold, inhale to lift, exhale to fold. 1 more, inhale to lift, exhale to fold. Hands go to the floor, step the left leg back this time into your low lunge position. So knee to the back of the floor, make sure your knee is stacked on your right leg, on top of the ankle, not in front. Roll the shoulders back and down, open up that hip flexor, maybe even bounce there if you want to really open up that joint and work deeper into the pose. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, sink deeper, and then start to walk your hands around to the long edge of the mat. So you're coming into that ninja pose again. So right foot is underneath you this time, left foot goes out long, and you're trying to roll the outside edge of the foot down towards the floor. You're then reaching nose towards your toes, and then fingers towards the big toe as well. If you can hook them, great, and use that elbow against your right leg to push the right knee away. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, and then inhale as we come up to star pose. Hands on hips, exhale, fold forwards into your wide leg forward fold. We'll just take 3 deep breaths here, so press the ground away, push the crown of the head further towards the ground if you can. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale, 1 more deep breath all the way in, exhale. And then this time take your left hand to the center of the mat, inhale to lift and twist with your right towards the ceiling, exhale, release the hand to the floor, inhale to lift and twist, exhale, release the hand to the floor, and then again, inhale to lift and twist for the final time, exhale, release the hand to the floor. Walk the hands all the way to the front of the mat, find your lunge position, and then step back to down facing dog. Take a moment to pedal it out there if you need to. And then this time we're taking the left foot up high to the sky, bending at the knee, and then just finding that hip twist 3 times on the left side. Exhaling to find the twist, inhaling to bring it back to center. And then when you're ready on that next inhale, bring it all the way through into your pigeon pose. So the left knee comes to the front of the mat at a 45-degree angle. You slide the right leg back, you find your nice level hip position, sit bone to the floor, hip bone to the heel, press into the ground, find that stretch in that hip flexor. Maybe take a few bounces up and down, ease into the joints. And then whenever you're ready, inhale to lift and lengthen, exhale as you twist to look over your left shoulder, find that stretch. Take a nice deep breath in, Exhale, come back to center, and then inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale, come all the way back round to the right side. See if you can see your right heel. Take a nice deep breath in, and then come all the way back to center. We're then going to step back to down facing dog. I'm going to twizzle back round the right way now. Pedal out the feet. And again, we'll just come into those twisted dogs. So take the left hand to the right leg. Look out under the right armpit. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release the hand and switch sides. So right hand goes to left ankle. Look out under the left armpit. Take a nice deep breath all the way in. Exhale, release, pedal out the feet, and we'll take a vinyasa. So inhale, roll forwards to high plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, press up to cobra. And then we're just going to exhale as we sit back in child's pose and relax our shoulders off. So reaching the hands forwards, we're in extended child's pose. Take 3 deep breaths, breathing into the upper back, finding that expansion between the shoulder blades. And then when you've taken your 3 deep breaths, take another inhale, and as you exhale, walk the hands all the way over to the left and find that stretch in the right side of the body. Take another 3 deep breaths here. And then walk your hands all the way back to center. And then all the way over to the right and find the stretch in the left side body. And again, just 2 to 3 more breaths on this side. And then when you've taken those 3 deep breaths, walk your hands all the way back to center. Come all the way up to a seated position. So swivel the legs all the way out and around in front of you. Flex the toes back towards you. Pull the fleshy bits of your bum up from underneath you. And then we're just going to inhale to lift and lengthen. Exhale to reach the chest forwards. Nose towards the toes. So see, with this one, if you could just really focus on reaching the chest forwards and looking towards your toes. As you exhale, fold. And then inhale to see if you can pull yourself again towards your toes, find that length. Exhale, fold deeper. So we're just going to do that 3 more times. Inhale to find length, exhale to fold. Inhale, find length, exhale, fold. Last time, inhale to find length, exhale, fold. And hold for 3, 2, 1, and then inhale as you come all the way back up. Slide your bum down towards your heels and come onto your backs. Bring your knees in towards your chest and just hug them with both arms. Rock from side to side, massage your lower back. And then whenever you're ready, take your hands out in a T-shaped position, palms facing down, toes towards the floor, heels lifted, and we're just going to take a few window wipers to finish, dropping the knees from side to side, opening up the hips, releasing off the lower back, realigning the spine. And go for 1 more each side. And then just bring the knees all the way back in towards your chest. If you want to hug them again with both arms, you can, and rock from side to side. And then whenever you're ready, slowly make your way all the way up into a seated position in the center of your mats. And we'll finish with just one final big inhale as we lift the hands up above the head, palms meet at the top together. And as we exhale to the forehead, kind thoughts, to the lips, kind words, to the heart, kind feelings. Namaste.